Welcome to the third installment of the Columbia County Chapter of Citizens Climate Lobby video series. Today, we'll be talking about farming and climate. Hi, I'm Bart Schoenfeld, and I'm a member of the Columbia County Citizens Climate Lobby. And I'm here with Jan Storm today. We're going to be discussing farming of all things. And, let me tell you first that I still am very excited about Citizen Climate Lobby's plan to reduce carbon emissions, because we know that by putting a price on carbon and returning it to American households, I should say returning the proceeds to American households, we will be able to reduce carbon emissions to 50% of 1990 levels within 20 years, and it will be good for the economy and it will create jobs. But there are other issues, and that may not be enough, and Jan is going to explain some of that. Jan is very interested in how farming affects CO2 emissions. So I'm going to turn this over to Jan and she'll tell us some more.
Okay, thank you. So yes, that's true. So when we think about solving climate change, we know that we definitely need to reduce the carbon emissions, the amount of carbon that we're putting into the atmosphere, and that's what a price on carbon will do. But what we also know is there's way too much carbon in the atmosphere already. So we also need to be urgently thinking about meaningfully removing a lot of the carbon that's already in the atmosphere. And we're lucky, really, because agriculture can do that, and they can, those that are farming or ranching can do that by using regenerative agriculture to prioritize and build healthy soil. So healthy soil results when farming, because plants basically remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and they take that carbon and store it in their above ground plant matter, the roots, and the soil. And that has the tremendous co-benefit of making the soil more fertile, more stable, holds more water, becomes more resilient to climate change, and the farmer actually usually gets an increase in income. So farmers are a really important part of the climate change solution. By building healthy soil, they reduce the amount of carbon in the atmosphere, and at the same time, through those practices, by the way, they also reduce the greenhouse gas emissions that result from farming. So what we're doing within CCL is we are building relationships with the farmers in our district by going out to where they're farming, by hearing how they're prioritizing the building of healthy soil, and by hopefully getting our members of Congress out to visit with them as well, or bringing them in to talk to members of Congress, so that when we actually have a bill that will put a price on carbon to reduce the amount of carbon that goes into the atmosphere, our members of Congress will also be aware that they should be thinking about how to help or how to develop policies which actually remove a lot of the carbon that's already in the atmosphere and store it. And that's what farmers can do.